two or more dollars, we're going to return. You've got yourself a drink.
Conditional statements. Let's do if else conditional statement. Let's do one whole code. Okay, we did that. Actually, let's do one whole code. Let's do one whole code that explains thoroughly in respect to maths, variables and methods, functions, Boolean expressions, lists, tuples, looping, advanced strings, dictionaries, importing models. Yeah. Let's do one whole um, maths, like one whole program. What? What? Why do I need Discord for? There you go. I'm using Linux, so well, if you're not familiar with Linux, then really it's not my problem. Name me one person more famous than me. I'm waiting. I mean, okay. Oh, let us do um, one whole. No. Let us do one whole, you know, Python program that involves if like, can we do one whole Python program, like one whole that involves all those, and as you code along, you're also explaining it. Yeah, that's good. Because age increases, right? Age increases. Yeah, I mean, age will increase. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. GPA 3.9, right? 3.9 is not an integer, but 22 is. Um, if, yeah, I mean, if What is the first elements? Okay. The lists are changeable. Tuple is not changeable. So you cannot change that. No. If the name with it, no, you can't, because you're trying to, I mean, change the list name, but again, but student info is like primary key, so you cannot change that. No, I know it is a tuple, but I'm using equal, terminology. Uh, 3 times. ALI. Uh, you go for name. What was the name you're looking for? The name you are looking for? Oh, what you said? Oh, okay, okay. Random.randint generates student ID, random ID. Nope. 5 is the limit. In fact, 4 is the limit. 4 is the limit. 5 is like like exclusive. Oh, 5 is included. Okay. All right. Cool. I guess I have learned everything through one code. Boom. Oh, sorry. Well, S and Python 3 first.py, Sarkar 22.9, Ali 23, I don't know, 3.7, I don't know, 7, 4.0. Oh, there you go. Uh, Basics for Python, like it's like Python basic um, programs in one whole code, right? All right, let us move on. Let's move to socket.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
Next video.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
Okay, so let's make a new file, and we're going to call this s.py. And again, create this however you want to. If you're using Linux, you can follow along like this. Okay, so I wanted to talk about importing. We're going to talk about importing. I'll just make one that in Python. You're going to need a plug type of use argument one. So if we supply no argument one, then we're going to throw an error. It's going to be an if-else statement, and that's going to use something called argv. Now we'll get into that later. Okay, so we'll add new lines in here.
Okay, so we have to do it not in general expression, not in general example, but actually, so we have to do an example in terms of penetration testing, not some random example, right? Like, argv and then IP like that. Okay. Okay. Who? I am pretty worried. Write one whole code, then maybe explain. Maybe firstly write one whole code. Firstly, then explain. Man, I am worried. Drink water and come back. Oh, sorry, my bad. All right. CAN port, IP and port, socket. Okay, so what is going on? So in this code, let's go section by section. So model, function, main, run. What is going on? Advanced trading, dictionary, loop. Let's go one section at a time. What is going on? So import sys and import socket. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Let us do the entire thing. Let us do the okay. Let us oh man, I can't think straight. Shit. Um let's do yeah, I can't even think straight. Fuck's sake. Let us do all those like each section. Like let's do each section. So let's do each of those sections. Let's do each of those sections that very, 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 very closely correlates to this and this. One step, like one section, actually, one section. Let me understand what's going on, what is going on, and then next section. Okay. So start port is 20, end port is 25. And so the total ports would be end port minus start port plus 1. So the scan will begin at 20. Okay, so port 20 and ends at port 25. But what does, wait, what does port 20, what does port 25 even mean? What does port 20 or port 25 even mean? When you connect to a machine, oh, you have to know them. So what are the common ports? What are the common ports? So what are the common and core ports that I have to know? Can you give an example for each of the core ports? Like how are they, if I were to encounter them, how would I read them? Can you give maybe two examples for each? Like how do I read them? Like how do I read them? Like how do I read them if I encounter them? Okay. So AT TCP open HTTP, so website is running, so you can open it in browser. And if I have AT TCP open HTTP Apache 2449, so it's running on Apache web server, and the version is 2.4.49. Oh, come on, man. This thing is actually, you know what? I don't need this shit. All right. So AT TCP open HTTP, meaning the website is running, you can open it on browser. AT TCP open HTTP Apache, so you're running on an Apache web server, and there's the version number. Um, is this version vulnerable or not? And port 22 means remote login is enabled. And example 2, so if I have 22 TCP open SSH, so SSH software is open SSH and the version is 7.2. I have to think, could brute force, are there any known exploits? Example 1, 21 TCP open FTP, so file transfer service active, and then TCP, so 21 TCP open FTP. Okay, well, so that means that you read it, the specific FTP servers. Okay, okay. You're making it very confusing, but I'll try to understand. AT open HTTP or 3306? 3306, because the authenticity is very weak. 3306, because unlike AT open HTTP or AT open HTTP, which is already secure, um, 3306 is like an open door. I am wrong. Man. Although I didn't understand what's going on, like I didn't understand what he explained. Fuck, I got it wrong. Shit. So when I write the code, how am I supposed to know and understand what's going on? I even don't know based on your explanation. Is this even for me? I'm not even sure. Oh my god, it went back. I am worried. Oh, I'm fucked. Not only worried, but fucked. Like, I am fucked. Imagine, like, not just fucked, but fucked. Dude, like, if. Nah, man. Like, I don't know what's going to. This is just. This is. Man. I don't think this is for me. No wonders. Like, Valentina doesn't like me. No wonder. Because I'm not good enough. I am not good enough. I'm gonna stay until like 6 a.m. Fucking grind on this shit. All right, so we got a. Um, so we have system and we have socket, and then we scan the port. So IP port and IP and port. So sock will be socket dot socket. Okay. First of all, I have to know the core port numbers because he will not explain it to you. So you need to understand what's going on. Yeah. You have to know what's going on. You have to know what's going on. Because neither I did not know they taught like those like port numbers like 80, 20, 25, 3306 back in high school. But no, they don't, but you have to know them very early on, actually, right? The normal websites like 80 and 443 is HTTPS. Remote access, so 22, meaning if it's 22, then it's a remote Linux remote login. Then 3389 is a Windows remote Windows login. File transfer 21 is FTP and 20 is FTP data. I don't know what FTP data is, but again, I'm trying. Email 25 is SMTP, 110 is PO. What is SMTP? Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. I'm fucking remembering those shit. Let's go. Okay, those are high school stuff. Okay, those are high school stuff. Okay. Core ports. Uh, 80 is HTTP, which is the normal website. Oh, wait. You have to do that. And then, so HT is HTTP, which is the normal websites. 443 is the HTTPS, which is the secure websites. Almost every target you're going to see them. Remote access, very sensitive. So 22 is the Linux remote login, and 3389 is the RDP, which is the Windows login. And if it's open, then it's a high value target, right? So If it's closed, obviously, then it's a low value target. And if it's open as in, you're using it, you're using the device, using the laptop, so it's a high value target. And the file transfer 21 will be FTP. Now, what is FTP and what is FTP data? I am Jewish. Explain what is FTP and FTP data. Yeah, that I know, but why would an FTP data exist? Okay. Oh, I need to know what 21 is FTP. Yeah. Port 21 controls, so it commands like login, list file, request the download. So port 21, what do you want? And the port 20 is here is the file. Okay, so port 20 is safer than port 21, or is it is it the other way around? Oh, port 21 is the control. Okay, so port 21 is like, you know, going through logins or credentials, but port 20 is the actual transfer of files. No. Oh, finally. For fuck yes, man. Finally, one right. Ooh, I'm gassed, man. At least one little hope for something. This is, like configuring login credentials, I don't know, Face ID, login credentials, Face ID. I don't know, anything to do with personal personal credentials, right? FTP data is the actual transfer of data, the actual transfer of data. Oh, also, right. Who and email. So 25 is SMTP, 110 is. I know what POP3 is. I know what IMAP is. I know what SMTP is. SMTP is just simple, simple transfer of mail. What was IMAP and what was POP3? That's what I want to know. I do know what SMTP is. I do know what SMTP is. That's just, simple mail transfer. Simple mail transfer. But not sure what POP3 and IMAP. Oh, Download. Okay, so POP3 is downloadable and removable, right? But IMAP is downloadable, but for security purposes, it stays on the server and syncs. Uh, I don't understand. I don't understand, but I got it. I don't understand, but okay. So you okay? You take the emails away. What do you mean by you take the emails away? Uh, IMAP. Oh. Okay. So SMTP is sending the mail. Simple sending. POP3, when received, it is stored locally, meaning it can also be removed. IMAP, when received, it stays on maybe cloud storage and it can be synced, cannot be removed. I'll leave it that explanation because the more you ask that okay, can you explain what's going on, the more confusing it's going to be. So leave it like that. DNS and SMB. What is SMB? How many achievements does she have? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Oh, that's not even an achievement. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Hmm, could do better. I may have to